this is Bruce, the last nail, and this is day 7 of my California vacation. This is the last day, I'm up this morning. It's about 6:30, and I'm right in front of my rental car. I'm going to do one last Disney thing. This will be my 5th straight day, including Monday night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, I'm going to do a perimeter walk this morning around the Disney property. That is, I'm going to start at Disneyland Drive and Ball. I'm going to walk over to Harbor, down to Catella, back to Disneyland Drive, and back up here. I'm also going to set my watch to see how long that is. I would suspect it would be at least 2 miles, possibly up to 3. Since it's 6:30, my flight doesn't take off till after 2 o'clock, but I have to have the rental car back near the airport by 11. And then I have a package to drop off. I'll talk a little bit about that while I'm doing the perimeter walk. So I'm going to start now, and I'm going to talk on the way. In fact, I'm starting to walk now. It's a real heavy onshore flow this morning, so it's there's a little bit of a drizzle coming down, so I hope it doesn't affect my lens, as I don't have any lens cleaners or anything like that. So I'm going to have to wait until I get a walk sign before I start walking across the street. So here we go. Okay, that's not one of those rude push button 4 that asks you for your weight. So anyway, I know there's one down Disneyland Drive. No, I'm just kidding. They will say wait, don't walk yet, but I always kid around with that, because when they say wait, I weigh about 210 pounds right now. So anyway, here we go. So I forgot to set my watch, but I'm going to set it over here when we get across the street. And I expect a little bit of drizzle going on. So when I set my watch, here we go. Let's see. By the magic of video, all of a sudden the cars are either going to be going straight up or straight down, just like a Disney ride. Okay, so I got my watch set on workout mode. Now, I don't care about the time. I just want to see what the distance is going to be. So now I'm on Disneyland Drive. There goes one of those trucks that they probably got it souped up a little bit. That's a common thing. Now, this is Disneyland on the north part of the Disneyland. I call it not the Disney Studios, but it's the north part of Disneyland. This is the OC bus stop, and I may not film the entire thing. Now, coming over here, I believe, is a house, and yeah, here it is. I think, I'm not sure what the history is behind this house here now. They don't have this walkway open. So I'm gonna go over here and just wait until I'm gonna wait until I get, here we go. Now here's the north part. I guess you got employees that go in here, but now I'm gonna walk over to this location here. I don't know if this home was someone who was a holdout. I think that might have been a holdout. That's probably why the house was never taken down. There we go, Team Disney, 700 West Ball Road. But so we got visitor parking, cast member parking straight ahead, service delivery straight ahead, casting center. So, but I believe this was the last holdout when Walt bought the property. And, you know, that's always seems like it's going to happen. Sometimes you see a city, for instance, going through some kind of an expansion, and let's see, this is 9051 Ball Road, and again, I know people have done, oh, here we go, there's a plaque here, so let's see what this is. This is the Pope House. Oh, it was, okay, the Pope House. I'm not going to read that right now. You can put the video on hold. So it's a relocated farmhouse. Okay. It's the only remaining house on the Disneyland property. So that's what it is. Okay. So it took a few minutes to figure out what this house is. So now we know. Okay, so I'm going back to Ball Road. Howdy. So they said casting area or casting. So the Disney employees that work here are all cast members. They're not employees. And I know they're supposed to be in character the whole time. Here comes a jogger. So I know the Disney employees are, of course, when they work here, again, as I said, they call them cast members. Of course, now here's a deep, dark secret. Here's an area of Disneyland that doesn't seem to get cleaned up. Signs of human presence sitting there. which is surprising because when I think of Disney property, I think that everything is spotless around here. So I don't know, that maybe that's not official Disney property. Maybe they don't see it that way. Now this, anyway, I don't know what you can see. You can certainly see that the weather is rather gloomy. Now these are probably Disney offices, places for storage. Now, we're definitely going off of Disney property because this is the Harbor Freeway. Yeah, those are definitely Disney offices in here. But oh, it's focusing on the fence. Okay, so I'm going to keep walking here. The other bridge gets me back near Disney property, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut the camera down. But here's Wall Road. And I'll put it back on a little later. Okay, I appreciate the 4 Points by Sheraton being on the corner of Harbor Boulevard and Wall Road. I'll give a shout out to them for being conveniently located. I'll say that on the perimeter walk, so that I could take care of some business. So, time to move on. So my smartwatch had to ask me if my workout, I forgot to put it on pause. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cross the Harbor Freeway a second time, and then I'll continue here. Now, let's see, this is a traffic light. I know it's not a crosswalk light, so I get to run or walk a red light. And I can do it legally. So there's a mileage indicator. Okay, I'm going to shut this off again. The harbor, not the Harbor Freeway, but that's the Santa Ana Freeway coming through here. And if you notice, the Santa Ana Freeway is the I-5. So here's something about, see, that's the I-5. Something about us people who are, here, I gotta wait for the, oh, he's letting me across, thank you. When we are grown up in Southern California, we have a tendency to call the interstates with the word the or the in front of it. So I'm used to saying the Interstate 5, the Highway 101. That's just how I grew up. That's what I'm used to. But you know, I've been living in Colorado now for going on 15 years. And when I was on one of my first hiking meetups, where I went with someone, I said, we're going up, I'll just say, for instance, the I-25 or the I-70. We're going up the I-70 for a trailhead. And one of the women aboard said, oh, you must be from Southern California. And I was like really surprised. How did you know that? because she said you use the word the or the before you say interstate. So this, by the way, this fence here is Disney property. I'm on the perimeter now. I'm back on the perimeter of Disney property. So just thought that was important. And it was Ball Road from Disneyland Drive to Harbor was a little over a half mile now. If you heard that honk, that is the monorail. Now you can't see the monorail from here. I don't know, oh, maybe, because that, I think that's the return. That's where the monorail comes back into Disneyland and goes through, let's see, goes through Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. Oh, there goes the monorail. Okay, I don't know how well you saw that, but anyway, that lets you know. Anyway, I keep jumping back. That's the story behind calling the Interstate 5 the Interstate 5. And just to let Coloradans know when I'm there that I'm from SoCal, as a little act of defiance, I still say the Interstate 70 or the I-25. And there's another act of defiance that I do in Colorado, and that's to keep wearing my Dodger hat, because I'm a Dodger fan. And of course the biggest sin there is you are in Denver Bronco country. They're fanatical about their support for the Denver Broncos. Well, guess what? I'm a Raider fan. I'm a Las Vegas Raider fan. I've been a Raider fan for over 40 years. So I do wear my Raider paraphernalia around Denver, and yeah, I run into the Bronco fan once in a while who gets a little zealous. Not jealous, but zealous about it. But we end up talking football, and it's kind of cool. The Bronco fans are really loyal, they're fanatical, and they know their football because the Denver area is a great sports area. We get 300 days out of the year, at least 300 with sunshine, and we do get all 4 seasons. Now I'm starting to see a crowd coming into the Disney park up here. Okay, so I've gone a mile, and I'm going to cross the street here. I think this is where the buses come out. That's probably an employee access. Now this is the warning that this is private property. Entrance on these premises is limited to guests and patrons of Disneyland. Well, I've been here. Good God, I have no idea. Let's see, 2 tickets, 2 reservations. One was a park hopper. I think if they consider me a guest or something. Oh, did I say I do own 4 shares of Disney stock? 2. So Yeah, I'm a patron and I'm an owner, so this is a bus stop. It is not a passenger pickup or drop off. You can get a pretty good fine by trying to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a young looking grandma.
You have the time real quick.
7:10. Somebody was asking me what time it was. Here's, I won't be going that way, but that's the walkway for pedestrians for Disneyland Resort. So, oh, here's something for Keely, the art. I wanted to get one of these, the art of connecting the dots. That's what's on all of their transit buses in Anaheim. So I just want to get a picture of that for my fiancée. Now this area in here has some, oh, there goes the, anyway, here's a lot of roses. I know Lily and Disney loved roses. So that could be a rose garden that pays homage to Lillian. I don't know, but there's more roses across there. I don't know if this was the location of the original Disney entrance, Disneyland entrance, or that was up there. I would have to look at some pictures and find out, but I could probably look at the alignment of the monorail. So this is where the monorail starts curving its way onto, well, of course it's on Disney property, but it comes out of Disneyland and starts curving its way into Disney CalAdventure. There's the art. There's the art of connecting the dots. He's waving to me. Thank you. And I want to continue down this walk. Now, this is probably a place where cars can come in and pick people up and drop. It looks like it's more legal here. Here's some more roses. Oh, this is beautiful in here. They really hit the nail on the head with their landscaping. So this is the east entrance, and people, when they see me filming, you know, I want to say something about that. I think there's a parking area back behind some of these. But there's people who get conscious. You know, they come to Disneyland and, oh my God, I'm being filmed by someone. Well, this is probably, you know, when you come to Disneyland, you are probably being filmed by someone pretty much all the time. I mean, you're just on you are on somebody's camera pretty much 100%, you know, maybe except when you're going to the bathroom or something. So you might as well get used to it. Now on my watch, I just passed the mile mark. That included my time at the hotel, taking care of business. Now there's an area that I want to walk here because I think I believe it's the Anaheim Walk of Fame. This is gorgeous in here. As I was saying, they really do an amazing job landscaping around here. In fact, the house I lived in Simi Valley, the house I lived there for, what, 13 years, I tried at least at times to keep the landscape going well. Couldn't do it all the time, you know, you get busy, life happens, and so there's a lot of people right now going into the park, but you get busy and life happens, and sometimes you let things go, and that's probably typical of most houses. Here's another entrance. Now this would be the Disney Way entrance. I don't know, you see there's the art of connecting the dots buses.
Was he out like a light? Oh, he was.
You know, this is the old Tower of Terror. Tower that's been remodeled. Now, when you see the back side, of course, they didn't really remodel anything. But the front side is part of the Avengers now. I'm waiting. Oh, here we go. So I'll be able to get this. This is part of the Avengers campus, which is just on the other side. Here comes the bus again. I better get back in the crosswalk. They might get a little bit weird with me. But I think oh no, I'm walking.
Having a ceremony event 10 to 12 on Claudine.
Oh, I won't be here. I gotta go. I gotta take a jet or flight out to Colorado today.
Oh, you are?
So I'm doing a perimeter walk for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're having the cut-ins for the electric bus station, the new one.
Oh.
On Claudine and Mall.
And what time is that?
From 10 to 12.
Okay, I'll be out of town by then. I'll be probably, by 12 o'clock, I'll probably be over at LAX.
Okay, you can probably see it after on the Google.
Oh yeah, somebody will have it on YouTube.
Okay.
But thank you, I appreciate it, thanks.
See if it's worse.
Oh, here's...
And then it can just be me who found that we're not like stepping to look too bad.
A map, let's see. Okay, here we go. This makes sense. He was nice enough to tell me. That was really cool. You know, I like interaction with other people, but he was telling me about some local ceremony that they're having. Okay, let's move on. So this is the Anaheim Walk of Fame, and of course there's the main person right now, Walt Disney at Disneyland Anaheim. I'm going to go through these. Margaret and Carl Parcher. I just crossed Carl Parcher. I think it's Carl Parcher Way northeast from here, but I think that's where the first Carl's Jr. Here's Henry and Susan Samueli, the owners. Anaheim Ducks. Let me go back here. I got to look at my viewfinder in the back. Margaret and Carl Karcher. Come to think of it, definitely don't want to miss Walt Disney if I did. So let's see, I would think Monsignor John Salmon, humanitarian.
Here, because, congratulations.
Bruno Serrato, Anaheim White House restaurant. Yorba family, pioneers. Oh, and then number 26. He was a great man, Gene Autry, Angels baseball. Here, the Righteous Brothers. Boy, when I was a kid, boy were they big. Great singing, great harmonies, great songs. Okay, my watch does not, let's see, Donna, my watch is act. Oh, Sammy Lee. I remember Sammy Lee. He used to have a health club up in Chatsworth. In fact, I used to work out there when it was Bally's. Forget what the name of it was, but it was on DeSoto, I believe just south of the railroad tracks. In fact, it was across the street from where I used to work when I worked at Deluxe Corporation, Deluxe Check Printers. That's Sammy Lee. I remember him. Peter Muth. Here, I gotta fix my watch. Just a moment. I'm gonna go. Okay, just a second. We're gonna go over here. The Tormina family, Queen City Inc., but that's the Anaheim Hall of Fame. Okay, here's another garden area. It's a little, I think it's a little too small for Disney to expand to if they want to create another land in here. Here's a lot more people coming in. Now the parks, even though they open officially at 8 o'clock, that's usually when they rope drop. But they open the doors. They open the doors to the park, or the gates, I guess. They start letting people in earlier than that, and that's probably part of crowd control. They don't want the crowds in the promenade before everybody goes. Now, one of the things, here's some mobile kiosks in here that I'm sure they're going to move around.
I mean, literally,
Today is the first day of Pixar Fest. Or Pixar, what do they call it? I'm just calling it Pixar Fest because I don't know any better. But today's the first day, and I think it's going to run into August. And of course, this is the day that I'm leaving Disney property. So I'm kind of bittersweet. I've seen the park for a couple days. So no, that's not the backside of water. That's the backside of the Cars ride back there. You can see where those two things are sticking up. But here's the southeast end of the Disney property, or actually California Adventure. So now I'm at, this is not Disney property here, but this is the corner of Harbor Boulevard and Catella. Catella is always the street that's south of Disneyland. This is the halfway point in my perimeter walk. So I'm going to keep moving forward. Now I'm heading not away from the motel, but I'm heading towards the motel. So I'm going to flip my gate open. So I'm going to talk a little bit about something that maybe what I would have done differently. You know, if you're going to really have a really good extensive visit here, Disneyland, let's face it, is very pricey. Very pricey. And I know some other, here, let me bend my tripod. Some YouTubers have spoken about this. I think your best bet is to try to be here. Try to come here for 3 days if you can. Do not get a park hopper. Save, I think a park hopper is about $70 extra than a single ticket. But if you do Disneyland on day one, and you can do pretty much all of Cal Adventure in one day and also see the World of Color. That's what I did the other night with a park hopper. But you can do that. And I would do that. I would have done that. I would have tried to come 3 days. But, you know, time and money, all in all, are limited. So I did pretty good with day one. Let's see, day one was Cal Adventure. I actually left a little early because I was very tired. Day two, I got the park hopper. And I actually went back at the end of the day to California Adventure to watch the World of Color, and it was really good, really worth it. Got treated very nice by the Disney people who actually told me about a seat that I could sit and watch it. So I would recommend that. Now, if you're going to fly in here from, say, somewhere else, it's probably worth it to get the third day, and I think you get a little break in the price if you go 3 days. If you go, here I'm looking around, if you go 3 days. Okay, so now I'm back. I want to check my autofocus. Oh, I'm on autofocus. That's good. It says AF, so I'm back to the perimeter of Disneyland, walking on Catella. Across the street here is the Anaheim Convention Center. Now, I've seen a couple concerts there. Oh gosh, this is way back in the 70s. Check this out, Disneyland, I don't know if you could, yeah, I can see it, Disneyland Resort. Pretty cool. So here, I'm going to get on just to make sure. I know I've intermittently walked on Disney property, but this is my fifth straight day on Disney. There. No, I know I had been on Disney property earlier, but back in the 70s, I saw 2 concerts here. I saw Jethro Tull. I'm aging myself. Yes, I'm 68 years old. So there's no things. I saw Jethro Tull, and I think about 1978, I saw Genesis here at the Anaheim Convention Center, and I still keep in touch. I came with 2 dates, very attractive women, and they still are, and they would be happy to hear that. I don't know if they're gonna watch my YouTube, but I'm kind of on the back side still. I don't think you can see it through there of the Cars Land ride. So, but I really haven't been to Anaheim Convention Center since then. Now, let's see, a third thing I don't see here, or another YouTuber, I don't see Adam Blue around here anywhere. And I know he's out here because he landed in Burbank the other day. If you want to know where in the world is Adam the Woo, I'm sure by the time I get this day 7 up, he'll be long since gone. Who knows, he might be gone and back here. So I think it would be kind of neat to run into him, or these are my YouTube heroes, run into him, run into Fresh Baked, that would be David, run into Chris from Provost Park Pass. Those are 3 at least of my YouTube heroes. So now here we go, Pixar Fest, April 26th, that's today, to August 4th. So there you go. And I guess they don't really say that it's just Disneyland or Cal Adventure. So I take it that it's the whole entire resort. So let's see, I call this the Hall of Palms. The Hall of Palm Trees. There's another one for Pixar Fest. Wait, maybe I should have gotten a t-shirt or something, but I did get a t-shirt from Disneyland, and I got a nice sweatshirt from Disneyland Resort, and my baseball cap that I got, I think, 8 years ago on our trip out here, has Disneyland Resort. It's got the D in front, the Disneyland D, and then it's got Disneyland Resort in the back. Oh, I'm hearing, I guess they're testing the Incredicoaster this morning. They always will run it through a couple of test runs because that's one of the rides that people will come to as soon as they do the rope drop. So it's about 7:36 now. They'll do the rope drop at 8. In fact, they might even do it a little early this morning. Or they did it early yesterday. So here's one of the hotels across the street. I know Disneyland Resort is, there's the top of Incredicoaster. That was pretty wild the other day trying to get a camera on that and record it, because I think you really need a GoPro to do that. So I'm getting near Disneyland Drive. So what my plans are today, so here's another thing I wanted to talk about. You know, I'm not checking any luggage in. I'm coming out here real Spartan. And one of the hacks that I've learned about coming out here is to bring as to pack as lightly as I possibly can, just to bring a few things, but to go ahead and buy whatever I want to buy out here. So then what I do, or what I'll do today, and I'll share a hack, is on the way to get some gas and then get to the airport, I did buy a box. I'm going to put my, let's see, the clothes that I have worn, I'm going to put that into a box and ship it UPS back to Colorado. And then that way, anything that I bought out here, I'll be able to put in my carry-on luggage. And hopefully I get to the airport soon enough. And then, you know, I'll put things in my carry-on that are in the box of lesser value, just in case something happens to the box when they drop the box off, or something else, like it gets damaged, or some fool thing like that. Now, I'm coming to the intersection of Disneyland Drive and Catella. So now I'm in the home stretch, and my watch just told me now that it's been 2 miles. So I'm expecting this to be about a 3-mile walk. So actually, back in my running days, this would be about a 5K. The 5K would be 3.1 miles. Now, I'm turning right, and now I'm going north. This is on the west side of the park, but I could go on. I could do Disney property here. Let's see what time it is. I really want to get out of here about 8:30, but I could do Disney property here without having to go through security and go into go through security and go into downtown Disney, because you do have to go through security to really get to anywhere in the park. You have to go through security, and I think security is good. They're looking for weapons, but also I have my little 3-prong handheld tripod, and they keep asking me if that's got an extension on it, like it's a selfie stick. So do not bring your selfie sticks onto the Disney property. Here's some beautiful landscaping again. This might be almost an homage, I don't know, maybe to Adventureland. I know Disney likes to pay homage when they can. Now, I think I'm only here for now, and things change around here so much. I'm gonna go on the perimeter of the Pixar place, so that's gonna put me back on Disney property, but I'm not going to go through, these look like they appear to be new roses coming in, but they've got, I don't know if those are red leaves or red flowers. Looks kind of interesting. It'd be nice to see what happens. But I think what I'm going to do here is, if I can, now, I can't cross here. This is Downtown Drive. But I'm gonna go well, let's see, I'm at least gonna cross the street. Okay, so I'm crossing Disneyland Drive, and there's Pixar Place Hotel. Oh, they got a water slide up there. So I'm gonna go up here, and I will be going on the outside perimeter, outside of downtown Disney. So, all right, love it. Raider fan, go Raiders.
Yes, sir.
So this is the downtown Disney parking lot. And I had a little confusion with my friend Al last night. He thought he had paid $10. It costs you $10 minimum if you're going to downtown Disney, which isn't bad. Not a bad deal. But then if you are in downtown Disney and you pay $20 just for whatever you want to buy, you get that money back. Or no, you just end up paying the $10 because I think it's the next 3 hours that you get at no charge. But you got to be careful, because if you don't do it that way, you're going to be paying $55. Now, the reason why they up it to $55 is they do not want Disneyland Resort parking here, so you end up paying more if you stay here all day. You're better off paying the $35. Now, I assume if you're a Magic Key member, and I might be wrong on this, because I know there's different levels of the Magic Key. Now, there's the Disneyland Hotel. I don't know what there's that kind of cream building, but there's a white building underneath that. Now, I don't know if that's some kind of an original barn that was on the property that maybe Walt made some kind of a business decision not to take down. And I'm not even sure there's even original orange trees or citrus trees on the property now. They might have died out. But I know when he was building Disneyland in 1954 and opening in 1955, he did designate some trees. The intention was to stay here. So, and I don't think I'm going to go into downtown Disney. I could, maybe if I want to buy one last t-shirt or something like that, but I already got a t-shirt and a sweatshirt to add to my collection, so. But I'm going to go straight ahead. This is a parking self-pay kiosk, but I guess they're not using this anymore, or at least today. So now I'm entering the Disneyland Hotel, which I've stayed one night, thanks to my mother-in-law who passed on around, 20 years ago. I think that's when Bonnie passed away. Great lady. She used to love to sing. But this is going towards downtown Disney, and you do have to go through security. So as I mentioned before, maybe I didn't, they're, I think, basically looking for weapons. So my best, after going through security 3 times here, twice at the parking structure and once, or actually twice here at downtown Disney, just do what they ask you to do. They're really nice, they're really courteous. They, like everybody else, it's their job, they're doing their job. And that's my suggestion. So here's landscaping. I can see here the landscaping is kind of desertish, and it's newer landscaping now. The noise in here, they're working on a new restaurant. Well, you know, I forgot to say something, a couple things. If you're watching this, I think you are just absolutely awesome. And I just want to send some positivity out. And I forgot to say, come for the ride, come on the ride with me. I try to say that before I do videos. Sometimes I just forget to say it. I get senior moments. So now I'm going to turn this back around. And here's security here. I'm going to shut this down just a moment. So here's the security, real similar to airport security. And there's downtown Disney in there. That lets you know monorail, downtown Disney. Monorail here is an entry point to Disneyland. It's a one-way entry point. Disneyland Hotel, which is what this is. There you go. So let's see. Okay, so we can walk on here because it's, they got the poles up, so they don't want any transportation going on. So now what I'm going to do, at some point, I know there's, I'm going to have to cross, I'm going to have to get on here because there's no sidewalk there, so I'm going to scoot over here. I'm going to scoot on this sidewalk. So now I'm heading back to the motel. A little bit of wet lawn here, but it's really kind of dried up by now. Okay, so here's some more people coming into the park. Somebody back there had the hiccups. Raiders, go Raiders! I just saw another Raider fan. Oh, here's a pretty large group of people. Now, I want to do, I'm going to cross right over here, but I'm going to make this a little bit longer because I want to loop down here. There's a walkway that Disney had put in. They put a walkway in down here, and this is probably the parking lot that eventually is going to be taken out. for Disneyland Forward. Or Disney Forward is what they're calling it. So, oh, here's the walkway. Yeah, that's their plans for this. And I think this is officially, no, I guess this maybe isn't the walkway. I know the walkway, oh, it's probably, I'll have to go through the parking lot here. I hope Disney doesn't consider that to be a mortal sin. Let's see, I might have to backtrack a little bit. Unless I want to cut through. You know, if I cut through some of this planter area to get to the walkway, I know they're gonna sick Cruella on me. And she's, you know, there's a reason why they call her Cruella, because she's pretty cruel. Now let's see if I can trying to see where I can cut through without damaging. Oh, it'd probably just be best to go down here. So, okay, so yesterday evening when I walked down here, so this is what happened when I got a little confused here. You walk down the walkway there and you make a left turn, and then there's a security station. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. So this is the walkway that I was talking about. And so what I do is I walk up to just before the Pixar Pals parking area. That's where I'm parked. Some people like to park there and walk. They like the whole Disneyland experience, which is kind of like what I've gotten the last 5 days. I'm trying to get the whole experience on being on Disney property before I leave for the last time and start heading to the airport. So this is a fairly new walkway. And I know there's an overbridge that gets to the Pixar Pals and Mickey and Friends parking area. Of course, when you park in there, you got to go through security again, or not again, but go through security for the first time. There you're here, but then once you get through security, you get to take the tram. So the tram is part of, you know, they're going into Disneyland on the tram and coming out. I say Disneyland, I mean Disneyland Resort. But going in and out is this part of the game. So let's see, 2.84, so I'm going to get over 3 miles easily. This is good exercise. So, no, I'm not going to take the walkway because that's going to take me across the street, and then I'm just going to have to come back because the crosswalk is on this side. So I could take the walkway. I mean, I know there's stairs up there that take you right back down. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Why not? I'll just take the stairs down. Might as well go for the whole Disney experience here. And besides that, I own a little tiny piece of this park. Now, if you look at one of these leaves, maybe this twig on this bush, that's probably worth about as much Disney that I own. It's 4 shares of stock. Now, if you consider their top dog here, which is Bob Iger, they probably, as part of his compensation, probably give him, I don't know how much he gets. I haven't checked the financials, or let's see, I think they're the Q8s that come out every quarter. That's the financials that Disney has to file with the SEC every quarter because they're a public corporation. And anybody can pretty much... Now there's the property that Disneyland will expand into. So maybe it's good that I came up here for posterity, because you never know, the next time I come here, this, or if there ever is next time, either this will be completed or they'll be in construction. And I'm not really sure. I mean, this could be a 10 or 20-year project. If it's a 20-year project, I may never see the end. So this takes you to Picture Pals and Mickey and Friends. But I talked about a staircase that I'm gonna go down, and that's right here. So I gotta be careful. Hold on to the grand rail. Hold on to the camera, because a face plant could be pretty serious here. So we don't want to do that. So now I'm going to walk down here. Another sign telling you what to do. But then there's a crosswalk right there. So, and here's what I walked down on yesterday. That was going over to downtown Disney to meet my friend Al. So now I'm going to go here. Now, I can't walk up Disneyland Drive to the hotel that way. Oh, this is that. I think this is that really rude.
Wait.
210.
Wait.
210.
Wait.
210. Boy, that is just rude, asking me for my weight all the time. Now, you see those quite a bit in Denver. Okay. Just say it, the last nail, you're an idiot. Hey, while I was watching, speaking about idiots, I personally think they were geniuses, comic geniuses. But on TV this morning, I saw the Three Stooges. And just great, fantastic comedy. And they, gosh, it's got to be like over 100 years ago now. Okay, that's that. Now, this is Magic Way, and I came down here last night. I was going to Wally World and Target because I was actually looking for a Los Angeles Angel t-shirt. I really didn't like anything. I still have a couple of them from their Anaheim Angel days. And I really wish they had kept the Anaheim name, which I think when Disney owned them, part of the deal with Disney was for them to become the Anaheim Angels, and I really think that had a really nice sound to it. The Anaheim Angels, here's welcome to the Disneyland Resort. Hey, just like the I-5. They could say welcome to Disneyland Resort, but they want to say welcome to the Disneyland Resort. So maybe that's where the title "the" comes from. But the Angels, except, maybe for 2002, great year for the Anaheim Angels. World Series, a great World Series against the Giants. They were both wild card teams that year. Now I've hit the 3-mile mark, so I'm going to cut my watch off when I get up to the corner here. Still have a little ways to go. This has been a good walk this morning. So I think I'm going to get back to the hotel room and do my final packing and get out of here. And I got to find a place. Let's see, I have about 3 hours from now to get my car back, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm probably no more really than an hour, even in traffic. But I have to go by a place to drop my package off and send it back to Colorado. Then I gotta go try to find a Costco somewhere. I think on Rosecrans. I should be able to find a Costco there. And then get my car in. I don't know how lenient the car pickup place is, but they, could do things like end up charging me for another day or another week, so I'd really rather avoid that. I haven't been in any accidents or anything like that, except, let's see, the price of gas has been about twice as much, at least twice as much as it is in Colorado. So, and I just have a feeling that a lot of this is taxes. No, not Texas, but taxes. I know, no Texas jokes here. I better stay away because, you can't mess with Texas. Oh, speaking about Texas, I'm a UCLA fan, and I'm not talking about Texas right now, but I am a UCLA fan. But I want to say something, with all the NIL licensing for the college football players, and I'm all for it. I don't think that you really need to be directly paying college athletes. But I think the NIL is something that your high-profile college players can start earning, the process of earning a living. And here's another thing that I think people don't look at, is that by the time the better players get into the pro ranks, I think it's a good idea for them to learn how to handle the money that they're making. Now, some of them might make a few $1 million at this point because they've become stars. But still, especially in the game of football, where your chance of injury is 100%. That is your chance of injury in the pro ranks. It's 100%. There's no way to get around that in football. And on any given Sunday, as they say, anybody can beat anybody else. But on any given Sunday, your career can be over with. And you need to learn how to handle this money. And the sooner that you can learn that, you can learn, saving. You can learn what things to buy, what to stay away from. And a lot of times you can learn about life, and that's something I like about Deion Sanders, is he's trying to teach his players not only how to win games, and I wish Colorado the best this year, the Colorado Buffaloes, but he's also trying to teach his players about life, because 95% of them will not make it into any kind of pro football. 95% of them are going to go on to live their life elsewhere. So they need to learn good principles. I think having a purpose in life is very important. I don't want to get religious or anything, but he just teaches about having faith, having your faith, and how that affects your life. He's not afraid to go into that. So now I've reached pretty much the end of my perimeter walk. I wanted to do this just to try to get another day on Disney property. Let's turn this around, flip this out. So I've come to the end. I'm going to step off of Disney property here, and it's been a great walk. One thing that's even best is I only had to visit the men's room once. So that worked out really well. But I'm going to head back to the motel. That's right up ahead here. And I'm going to head up to my room. There's a truck that wants to make a left turn. I'm going to wave. See, he waved back. He's cool. But I'm going to head up to the room, do my final packing, and leave, start heading to the airport. So it's been wonderful spending the last really 5 days now on Disney property. I'll see you a little later. By magic, just like that, I've gone from my perimeter walk of Disneyland, and I think I left a little message while I was in the motel room saying that my walk was about 3.5 miles. Now I've taken the rental car back to Midway, and I walked from there. It was actually easier to walk from the car rental, the off airport car rental place to Terminal 5 in Los Angeles. And I have my ticket. This is the first time I've done a boarding pass on my phone. So it has that little QR code at the bottom. So that should work. It's a non-stop flight. Now, because I'm taking an Embraer 175 back to Denver, and I know we're supposed to run into some bad weather on the way back, and because it's a smaller plane, a smaller jet, we're going to have to take a bus to the actual terminal where we do the boarding. But let's see, it's about 11:26, and my flight doesn't leave till 2:11. So my outing, my pre-airport outing, was the perimeter walk around Disneyland. which I really appreciated doing. So I'm going to take a look now at the departure board and see. Oh, there we go. AA 6185. Now I got to go to gate 52D and 2:11 p.m. American 6185, and that is on time. So that's 52D, which is probably a bus terminal. So now, meaning that I haven't had breakfast. I had a little snack, but no breakfast. I'm going to definitely get something to eat while I'm here, and I think I'm going to do that now so that I have a little time to digest. So here I am back at LAX, and this will be just, I don't know what step of the way this is. I flew from Denver to LAX, out to Simi Valley, car rental, then out to Simi Valley. Then I did, Sunday I went into the San Fernando Valley and then out to Ventura. And then I had to come back down to Midway to pick up a folder that I left there. Then on Monday I went to Alvera Street, and then down to Anaheim, and I had 4 nights and 5 days on Disney property. So I've had a really good time, and it's time to get back to Denver and see my fiance. And as they say, this is real life. I know we like to say, oh, we got to get back into real life, but this is real life. You know, sometimes we need vacations, and my vacations happen to be pretty active. So I'm out for now, and I'll rejoin everybody just a little bit later. So I'm at the first of the stops here, and we've got Showtime in Los Angeles in honor of the great Japanese ball player Showtime Ohtani. And I just have one thing to say. He didn't do it. That's what I think. But anyway, we got LA t-shirts, there's LA sweatshirt. We got hats. Oh, he even got some angel things over here. I was looking for an angel t-shirt. Here's some more Dodger things. For that matter, here's some LA Rams. Fortunately, I'm a Raider fan, so I won't be buying any Ram things, but I am a Dodger fan. So, oh, I got to get back. I can't leave my, there's some more ads. I can't leave my bags alone. Okay, so I'm back on the flight to Denver. There we go. Back on the American Airlines flight. Going back to Denver. We're boarding. I'm in my seat. Be about, 2-hour, 20-minute flight. And we're taking off. We're supposed to leave at around 2:11. So let's go. Another thing which could be an issue here is the seat I'm in, even though it's a window seat, I don't think it's going to work very well to try to do any video out the window, which I always like to do. But if I look out the forward window, I'm getting a lot of wind.
Everyone, welcome on board. I'm excited to fly with you today. And this is a pretty full flight to Denver. Almost full, so we ask that you place your smaller bags completely underneath the seat in front of you, and place your larger bags in the overhead bin above. Once you have your belongings securely stowed away.
away. While you are seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened and visible to the crew even when the seatbelt sign is off, as turbulence can happen unexpectedly. If you open an overhead compartment, use caution as carry-on items may have shifted during takeoff. And remember to keep the cabin clean by this light. In future flights, we ask that you avoid placing items you wish to discard in the seat back pocket in front of you. So the light will be coming through the cabin frequently to collect trash. We appreciate your cooperation and enjoy your flight.
Wi-Fi service is available on this flight. You can access Disney.com free of charge.
Hitting some bumps in our approach to Denver. I think it looks like we're still over the mountains. Something out there. Looks like plains southeast of Denver. Because I thought we were getting below clouds, but low clouds. Adjustment fired. Seems blue now. Some more turbulence. I'm trying to keep it as still as I can, but there's something that I just below the wing. I don't know, it's like a is out there, so we're probably coming in south to north on the east runway. Not the runway that takes off to the east, but it's a south to north runway, and I don't see too much civilization out there. Pilots maybe making adjustments. While we're losing altitude, but we're definitely coming in on approach to Denver International Airport. Erroneously, it's called DIA, but the airlines call it DEN, not DIA. You would think it's DIA, but it's not. It's DEN.
Okay, sorry, here we go.
There's some kind of weird initials for some airports. ORD is Orlando. DFW. Now, those aren't weird ones. Those are pretty logical. DFW is Dallas Fort Worth.
Okay.
Adjustment here. Okay, level off. I guess the pilots have a pretty good view right now. You come below the clouds. That's why I didn't do a lot of filming, because all you could see out the windows is clouds. I don't have a really good window here anyway. Okay, now they're really cutting speed, so it really should be coming in on final approach. Now the one thing I don't see are the Rocky Mountains out there. That's how I know we're looking east. All I'm seeing is plains. If I was on the other side, I would be seeing the Rocky Mountains. Let's see if I can. I know this doesn't look too exciting because we're just seeing farmland out the window. Yeah, see, it's either a plane out there taking off from DIA, and I would suspect it's taking off. It looks like it's increasing in altitude while we're that plane. Yeah, here we go. Here's DIA. This is the very eastern edge of Denver. Oh, there's let's see. Yeah, we're coming in. Oh no, we're coming in on the west runway, on the south to northwest runway. Okay, because there's the Jefferson, and I don't know if you were able to see Lucifer or not. There's the Jefferson Terminal. There's Terminal A, and there's Terminal B, and we'll be in that third terminal where that big tower is. We'll be coming in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but things are going to get thumpy in just a moment here. Now we're coming in.
Right.
There we go. Touchdown. Whoa, sure you heard that. There's Frontier Hangar. great vacation. Have some challenges. Had some challenges like each day. I thought that Midway car rentals had charged me extra for some gas, but I looked at the invoice again and they did not. So the car was really good. I rented a Toyota Corolla. Yeah, gas was a little expensive. I think it's about half as much out of here in Denver. And then so after we disembark, I'm going to go take the train. Oh, is that? It almost looks like...
We'll be taxiing for the next few minutes. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Keep your carry-on items stowed and the overhead bins closed until we're approached the gate and the seatbelt sign is turned on. Keep the aisle clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal articles such as books, tablets, or cell phones. And to help keep your cabin clean, please stick in the
runway.
Place them in the trash bin inside the terminal. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful as items may have shifted in flight. You may not lose your cell phone.
The runway
We will
looked a
be
little
exiting
wet.
airport by jet bridge. Please use care when exiting and hold the handrail. On behalf of your Los Angeles-based crew, American and our One World partners, thank you for flying with us today. Have a great evening. We hope to see you again soon on another microphone.
Yeah, I think it's raining a little bit out there. Yep, there's definitely drops coming in on the window. Okay, I'm going to shut this down. Back in Denver, we landed safely, and you know, I realized when I was thinking about what I was saying on the approach, I talked about, do we call this DIA or DEN? And then as soon as I saw the airport, I think I called it DIA. So, you know, that's the difference between thinking about what you're saying and going on automatic pilot. So when I think of the Denver airport, which is correct, whatever, I just, when I'm on automatic, it's DIA. So anyway, I guess it's DIA or DEN, call it what if you like calling it. But we're here. And okay, here's, I don't know if this is like an atrium. Those look like they're real plants. And then right above me, if I don't know if you remember that jet, that first official Denver Airport landing, February 28th, 1995. So this was the jet official around the world speed record. Wow. Pete Conrad and Paul Thayer. Pete Conrad, Pete Conrad, the astronaut. Okay. Well, there's the trains. Now, that train is coming in to Terminal 3. Of course, my train will be on the west side, and that'll be going back to the Jefferson. And then I will either take the train into downtown Denver or take the bus in directly, the AB bus directly into Boulder. I think it'll just be how much of a wait that I have to get on the AB bus. Down here at the bus stop number 8, and the AB1 bus, which is going to take us directly to Boulder. I'm supposed to leave here at 6:15, and it's about 45 minutes, and I hear it's raining right now, so I might call Keely to come pick me up and drop me off at the house. And we'll see. I don't know. Might just go right back out to dinner. I'm not as tired as I thought I would be. Maybe that coffee. I had a cup of coffee on flight, maybe that coffee helped, but I do have my AB1 bus pass. It's the all-day bus pass. I probably could have gotten by with the cheaper one, or the less expensive, but it's still only $2.70 to get to the Table Mesa bus stop, which is where I started. Now, the fact that it's raining is a lot better, because when I came here last Saturday morning, it was snowing. Weather in LA was great. So I'm going to put this away because I have to put luggage aside. Okay, I'm on the bus, and I think this is going to be my last recording for this trip, but I'm on the bus safely, and on the way to the Table Mesa bus stop. So it's been a really good trip. Each day I think there's been some challenges, some kind of took a little effort to resolve, and one or two of them were more emotional, and but everything at the end of the day worked out. So, or I should say at the end of the trip. So the main thing is I'm here safely. And so we'll see if I want to brave the rain. I can walk home. I don't know if I want to get my luggage wet, so I'll probably just go ahead and call Keely. So goodbye for now, and until my next video, whenever that would be. Again, thanks for coming along for the ride with me, and if you're watching this, if you're still watching this to this point, I think you're just absolutely awesome. Take care and goodbye. I always love going by Lucifer. Oops.